Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Winnie, and that over there is an elephant seal named Matt that we trained how to talk. See, he does tricks.
Right?
Yeah.
No, not really. I'm Matt. I am another host here. Human host, and today we are talking about seals. So today we're talking about a special center for seals. And, you know, Winnie, have you seen many seals other than me before?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Well, last summer, actually, I saw a species of seals. They're called elephant seals. And they're really cute because they have these they look like trunks, but it's just this really long nose. And they do kind of sound like elephants now that I think about it. Yeah, they're kind of like, arr, 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 arr.
I've never heard an elephant make that noise.
Well, when their stomach hurts, that's what they sound like.
Okay. Well, were they big? Were they?
They were huge.
Okay. And
they were huge, yeah.
Did you get to touch them or feed them?
No, I went to kind of like a special center where it was kind of a national park where you go inside and you can see from afar, because I don't think they'd be very welcoming if you went up to them. They were actually shedding their fur, or I don't know what you would call it, but they had little patches of skin showing because they were getting ready to kind of shed all that fur and move on somewhere else. So they were actually babies too.
Okay, very interesting. All right. Well, today we're going to learn a little bit more about seals and how some people are helping seals when we look at today's article, A Special Center for Seals, Part 1.
There is a special place in the Netherlands. It is a seal center by the Wadden Sea. It helps the sea's wild seals. Many of them are young and have no parents. The seals are often sick or hurt, so the center's workers take care of them.
Okay, let's get today's article started. A Special Center for Seals, Part 1.
All right, so in the title there we have a word which is special. So special is a word that can mean better than what you usually have. So something that is special could be something that's extra good or extra, is better than it's something else. It can also mean something that is made for a purpose or has one purpose that is not like other things that makes it special when it has a specific purpose. So that's what we're talking about here. This is a center that is just for seals. So it is a special center because it's for seals.
Right, because there's not many centers for seals.
That's right. All right, let's get into this article. There is a special place in the Netherlands. It is a seal center by the Wadden Sea.
It helps the sea's wild seals. Many of them are young and have no parents. So really you're dealing with a lot of seals that don't know how to be seals because usually their parents teach them, which is kind of sad because that might mean they might not have a good chance of surviving. So we have this word young, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you know what it means to be young because I'm pretty sure you guys are pretty young too. So being young is, someone who hasn't lived for very long. So they haven't been on this planet for a long time. But in this case, we're talking about these wild seals. And of course, by wild, we're talking about seals that were born outside, as opposed to in a zoo or in a facility. So these seals are very, very young or very, very new. And then something sad happens, like they don't have parents, so they don't really know how to be a seal.
All right, let's go to Tina.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字。Special, 形容词特别的。This is a special day for Tim. 这对 Tim 来说是个特别的一天。Young, 形容词幼小的。The young cat is afraid of loud sounds. 那只幼猫怕大声的声音。接着我们回到课文当中。
The seals are often sick or hurt, so the center's workers take care of them.
All right, so it's the center's workers that take care of them. So a worker is someone who does work or someone who works. And we often see this suffix of er added to the end of a word to show that it's someone who does that thing. So a worker is someone who works. A teacher is someone who teaches. A painter is someone who paints. And maybe a runner is someone who runs.
Right. And in this case, these workers are helping to take care of these seals. And what does it mean to take care of someone or something? It means to provide help and love for someone or something. So without these workers, I'm sure a lot of these baby seals wouldn't have a very pleasant life. But let's go to Tina.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 worker 名词员工工作人员 The workers at the office are having a meeting. 办公室的员工正在开会。文法的部分刚刚提到了 take care of 照顾，这是一个固定用法。care 指的是照护、照料。我们来看看这个例句。Leo takes care of his little brother after school. Leo 放学后会照顾他弟弟。接着我们回到课文当中。
All right, so we have this special center in the Netherlands.
Yes.
And they're helping seals that are not only sick and hurt, but also maybe don't have parents. So I think it's an interesting thing that they have a special place for seals because like I've seen a lot of other kinds of these places where they help out different kinds of animals.
Right.
Like I know in Canada, there's some places for bears where they help young bears that maybe don't have parents to raise them, and they help them to live in the wild or learn to live in the wild on their own.
Like one of my favorite families are the Irwin family. So the father, Steve Irwin, he was a really famous, animal lover, and he really just taught people how to love animals. And I think, without people like these workers at the special center, a lot of people wouldn't know about these animals. So what they're doing is providing care for these animals that need help to survive, but they're also taking it as a chance to teach people about these animals and how humans do have an impact on these animals. So it's really nice to see people devoting a lot of time and effort helping these creatures, especially ones that didn't really get an easy go at life at first.
That's right. It's good to have someone thinking about the seals and not just, your favorite cute animals, but also the ones you don't see so often because they're in the sea.
Good point. Well, let's go to the second part of the article and we'll be right back.
They make them healthy again. Then they put them back in the sea. Every year, the Seal Center helps hundreds of seals. It isn't easy work, but the workers love it. For them, a healthy seal is a healthy sea.
Have you got a seal that's sick or needs some help? Well, I know just the place to send them. They can go to a special center for seals, which is located in the Netherlands by the Wadden Sea. And there in this special center just for seals, they help all of these baby seals that maybe don't have parents or they're really, really sick and maybe just about to die. But these workers try their very best to make them feel better and give them medicine and just give them a new life.
That's right. They take care of those seals and help them to be better because many of them, as you said, are sick or, unhealthy.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the article. They make them healthy again. When we say they, we're referring back to the workers who are taking care of these seals in this special center. So what does it mean to be healthy? Well, healthy means to be in a good condition physically, so for your body, and mentally for your mind. So all of those are part of your health. And when you are healthy, it means those things are good. They're working well. You are not sick. You're not feeling sad and depressed all of the time. So that means you are healthy. You don't have any health problems.
Yeah.
As I mentioned before, many of these seals that come into the center are unhealthy. And if you're unhealthy, that means you are sick or you're doing things that are not good for your body or you're just, you're not well. Your body or your mind are not well.
Right, so maybe some of these seals have maybe a cut on them, like their fin, which they need to, move around and swim. And of course, in the wild, there's no medicine.
No
right?
seal doctor to go to.
No, Dr. Seal, no. So they also, if they don't have parents, their parents can't take care of them. So they will obviously go here and these workers will try their very best. Continuing on with the article, then they put them back in the sea, which I think is a really important part of making sure animals are healthy again. We're not making them healthy to keep them. We're eventually hoping to put them back. And what does it mean to put something back? It means to return something to its original place. And of course, I don't know about you, but seals don't usually come from the city. They come from nature. They come from the ocean. And it would be a shame to, make this seal healthy and happy again for them to just kind of keep him away from his natural home.
That's right. They belong in the sea. Maybe that's why sea is part of their name.
Oh.
You just add an L to sea to get seal.
To seal the deal?
To seal the deal. All right. Let's go to Tina now.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 healthy 形容词健康的 Dora goes jogging every morning to stay healthy. Dora 每天早上慢跑来保持健康。文法的部分刚刚提到了 put back 放回原处，这是一个可以分开的动词片语。put 的三态同形，我们来看看这个例句。Lily put the toys back in the box. Lily 把玩具放回箱子里了。接着我们回到课文当中。
All right, back to the article. Every year, the Seal Center helps hundreds of seals.
Wow, that's a lot. Continuing on, it isn't easy work, but the workers love it. For them, a healthy seal is a healthy sea. I love that. I think if I weren't a teacher, I would definitely work with animals. So this is definitely something that I really appreciate these people who are doing a job that isn't easy.
Okay, so you think would you work in a seal center?
Ooh, let's start with puppies first.
Okay, I think that's what a lot of people kind of say in these situations. We talk about helping animals, but most of the time, a lot of people only want to help the cute animals.
Seals are cute!
But they might be stinky.
Okay, that's fine. I can deal with stinky. Well, I mean, people do say that seals are like the dogs of the sea.
That is true. People do compare seals to dogs.
So
they are
work my
like
way,
puppies.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的文法 hundreds of 加名词数百个的，也可以泛指许多的，后面接复数可数名词 hundred 是名词，意思是100。我们来看看这个例句 Hundreds of birds flew over the trees. 许多鸟飞过了树林上空。接着我们回到课文当中。
So I guess seals could be like dogs, and that could make them something you should take care of. All right, well, we've got another part 2 next time. We're going to learn more about the Seal Center in the Netherlands. So now let's review the article again, and we will see you next time.
See ya!
There is a special place in the Netherlands. It is a seal center by the Wadden Sea. It helps the sea's wild seals. Many of them are young and have no parents. The seals are often sick or hurt, so the center's workers take care of them. They make them healthy again. Then they put them back in the sea. Every year, the Seal Center helps hundreds of seals. It isn't easy work, but the workers love it. For them, a healthy seal is a healthy sea.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单字跟文法。单字的部分 ，special 形容词特别的 ，young 形容词幼小的 ，worker 名词员工、工作人员 ，healthy 形容词健康的。接着我们来看文法的部分 ，take care of 照顾 ，Tara sometimes helps me take care of my cat. Tara 有时候会帮我照顾我的猫。Put back 放回原处。Ian put the book back on the table. Ian 把书放回桌上了。Hundreds of 加名词，数百个的。Hundreds of people were at the mall. 购物中心有好多人。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，那我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Hey, 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 it's Kiwi on the street. Hey, over here.
I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie. And did you know it's finally the season where fruits are becoming ripe and sweet, and it's getting really hot, so it'll be really refreshing.
That's right. But you have to remember when you're talking about fruits, there are different measure words to use.
Let's check it out. For example, a bunch of bananas, a bunch of grapes, or a bunch of lychee or lychee.
When you're buying fruit, you'll usually buy a whole melon or a whole pineapple, but how do you cut it when you get home? There are some different ways you can cut it. You can cut it into a slice, or you can cut it into a wedge, like a wedge of watermelon or a lemon wedge.
Whether it's for a smoothie, edible arrangement,
Or fruit salad. You are ready to enjoy a summer full of delicious, sweet fruits.
well, that's all we have for today. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, please. Send us a DM or an email if there's something you want to say in English and you just don't know how. Kiki, anything you have to say?
Enjoy your fruits. Kiwi later.